Hi, this is Carlos Cousins, and we're now dealing with a reading problem that asks us to reach a conclusion to deduce something based off of a paragraph in a reading passage. So what we're going to do here is focus very directly on the passage at hand. So that is lines 44 through 55. So we're going to go over here to 52, and we're going to square that for you. And we're worried here about specifically what would be a healthy meal. So let's say what they say about healthy meals. This author here is concentrating on research that confirms the relationship of weight gain and obesity with carbohydrates. So this researcher seems to be very worried about how carbohydrates affect your diet and how they contribute specifically to weight gain and obesity. She says that this type of research has been ignored, and that it shows that carbohydrates increase insulin levels in the blood and encourage fat storage. So she gives here an example of a healthy meal that somebody that believes in this sort of research would give, is to limit carbohydrates and eat plenty of fats and proteins. So what we're worried about here is figuring out which of these answer choices would contain plenty of fats and proteins, but very little carbohydrates. So anything that has carbohydrates in it, you can cross out. Now, this does assume that you know something about diet and the types of food that you should be eating. So I understand that if you don't, this could be a little bit of an unfair question, but let's go ahead and work on this together. So a pork chop and potatoes. So we've got potatoes there. So that can't be an answer because that's a carbohydrate. Pre-frozen spinach with fish. So the pre-frozen here, pulls up a red flag. But let's go ahead and leave that there for now. A large salad with steak tips. So the reason I'm leaving this here for now also is because fish here is a source of protein. A large salad with steak tips. So here we've got salad again. But steak tips. So steak tips is also a source of protein, but it's more fatty than fish, and we definitely want plenty of fats according to researchers such as Atkins. So this seems to be a better option that's much similar to this option here. So I'm going to go ahead and cross this one out, and we're going to focus on this one for now. A Big Mac and fries, so plenty of carbohydrates there. You've got the buns and the Big Mac and the fries, and spaghetti and meatballs again. You've got spaghetti. So the only answer that provides plenty of fats and protein seems to be this one because of the steak tips. And the salads here, I think, were there to try to throw you off, especially for this option. The fact that the spinach is pre-frozen and that you have fish as your source of protein, which is less fatty than steak tips, should definitely raise some concerns for you. This is the best answer, and that's something to keep in mind when you're doing this sort of problem. You want the answer that is best, not an answer that could be right, but the answer that seems most right. I hope that helps with this problem and this sort of problem in general. And as usual, happy prepping.